Okay, good morning, YouTube world. I about talked myself into deciding that I do want to put this engine on this stand and run it a while. And I'm still waiting on flywheel too. Uh, so yeah. So um, so let's get on with that. I guess I could talk about it a little bit. These may not be the valve covers I wind up running on it. I'm leaning toward more of a stock look on this one, and I looked back the other day. I've got some old stock red Chevy valve covers I may just throw on this. They don't have the Chevrolet embossed written on them like the ones on the Rat Rod does, but they're pretty much standard Chevy issue valve covers for the period that this engine would have been made. Uh, Another thing I had to happen to think about is I like to adjust my valves running, and with these fancy rocker arms that I've got on here, my clips that I use to keep the oil from squirting all over the place might not work, and that might mean that I have to design a new way to do that. I've got some valve covers around here. In fact, they're in a box right over there that I cut in half and can put over to block the oil that pumps out of those, and I might need to modify something like that if I decide to go that route. But for today, I guess I spent more time inside than I meant to, just doing things that were related to things that needed to be done on the computer. But I think that for today, if I can just get this engine sitting on that stand solidly, then that'll be a pretty good accomplishment. So I'm standing here asking myself whether I should do that, pick this up with the tractor or pick it up with that lift. I think I'm gonna try doing it with this lift. Although I seem to recall these legs have a hard time getting up underneath that. And I'm not sure if this will roll up underneath that or not. It may be. I don't know. Let's get the golf cart out of here. We'll move some things around. We'll figure out what we're going to do. Whatever, whichever. One thing about it is I've got no reason to be in a hurry, which is a good thing. Okay, this was my job for the day, is to get this engine on this stand. So, yeah, next thing I'll do is wire it. Well, put a distributor in there, set the time, and wire up. Wiring and plumbing, by that I mean, hooking up an oil pressure gauge and a temperature sending unit, and kind of sweeping the floor and get it where it's easy to mess with. I got a set of headers I can put on there. I don't like to run an engine without exhaust pipes on it. My dad told me a long time ago that would work the valves. Never heard anybody else say that, but since he said it, I've always gone with it. So, but the motor's in a pretty good place to work on from right there. And the other thing about this is it'll be easy to change out this bell housing when the new one comes, which is supposed to get here maybe tomorrow. So I'm going to do some house cleaning, clean up the mess that's around here, move things around. And then we'll move into the next phase of this, which is getting all ready to crank. Oh, the joy. Appreciate y'all hanging with me today. It wouldn't have been nearly as much fun without you. Oh, the joy. I think that engine stand can go back yonder. I've got an engine on a stand back there. I think I might, when I finish this one, I think I might get that other one running just because I've got all the, well, not all, but I've got a lot of the pieces and parts I would need to get that one going. So it might be fun to put another one together just for a backup engine, especially since it wouldn't cost me much to put it back together. A little elbow grease and some time, such as that. But yeah, and I want to redo this mess here. This was an old diesel line with a diesel fuel pump on it, and I'm going to take that off, and I've got me a good oil pressure gauge I can put on here, and I think the switch still worked last time we did anything, although it might have got bent. It looks like it got bent somewhere along the way. Looks pretty bent, don't it? Key's bent. Oh wait, oh well. We'll sort all this out. This in with pretty good lighting. Got the heater on. It's it's 54 degrees or so today. I think tomorrow the high might be about 43 or 48 or something like that. So we have a little cold snap and then it's going to warm up again. But I'm glad I got that little heater there. It's a Black & Decker heat and air pump kind of combination, and it's come in handy a lot out here. But I went ahead and pulled these exhaust manifolds out. I'm going to put them back on here. And I was thinking about, I got these little collector tubes, and I may just go up to the parts store and see if I could find a pipe that would fit that. Because it would be cool to put a turn down on that and put a couple little pacemaker mufflers on there. That way you could hear the engine without the engine noise drowning out the sound of the engine, if that makes any sense. So that might be kind of fun. Yeah, I'm going to go in and warm up my bones. I don't need this running today unless I'm going to be out here more, and I think I might not be. So I'll cut that off for now, but that'll be a good place to start tomorrow. I might come out here early and crank the heater up. Have it warming up for me during the early morning hours. Might even be going to rain tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, the joy. Love y'all. Appreciate you. Have a good day.